I have just the best friends here in West Bloomfield. One of them is Byron and Michelle Cancelmo, and they are amazing local musicians. And Byron also is kind of a hero for West Bloomfield because his day job is working in HVAC, which is heating and air conditioning, and he's really big on the commercial side. And Byron saved the day for us in West Bloomfield by getting a chiller unit at the West Bloomfield Library. We were really having a problem with that. But I was on Facebook this morning preparing for the show, and I saw this picture of Byron and Michelle on the Grand Prix. There he is on the Detroit Grand Prix track, getting ready, just riding it to see what the Grand Prix cars are going to be doing. And Byron joins us now right here on the Splash Live, hard at work. I think he's in his car on a job site or something. Hey, Byron, how you doing this morning?
Good, Dave. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It was a great start to my day when I came into the office and I saw that picture. We can put it up one more time. That picture of you on your motorcycle with Michelle on the back. Clearly, you're right on the Grand Prix track. Tell us about that ride and tell us about what you experienced driving around downtown.
Well, the purpose of the ride, we're going to be rooftop today on the riverside, enjoying the test run. So on my way to pick up Michelle right now. I'm in Detroit right now. Just finished a job walk, but one of her contacts provided us a couple of passes, so it's all access, rooftop all day. We'll get to enjoy the scenery. So we wanted to kind of get our bearings before heading down there. We understand it's going to be very busy. So the amount of work, it had to have gone on for months and months. The barriers, the bands, the grandstands, everything along Jefferson there, down to Cobo, over where behind the Renaissance, the track. That's sort of the track, and it's a lot of good straight runs. So the cars are going to be going very, very fast, and some pretty tight turns. If you're familiar with, where Andiamo restaurant is on the riverfront there behind the Renaissance, the cars are going to be screaming right by there. Great views for Andiamo's restaurant frontage there. A lot of rooftop access. I think it's going to be a great view for everybody that's going to, foot traffic to those that are invited to rooftops, to those, sitting out front of restaurants. They really did a nice job with the concrete barriers and the fencing.
Take some pictures, and then would you do me a favor? When you see your wife, Michelle, would you tell her that I'm deeply disappointed that she decided to take you with that extra ticket when she could have brought me along? So, you guys, that's going to be so much fun. So you got the rooftop location. I can only tell you from very early in my broadcast career, I had an opportunity. I was working for a radio station. They put me up at what was then the Pontchartrain Hotel, which is right down there on that course. And I woke up on that Friday morning when they were testing, and the sound. Now that was the open-wheeled Formula One cars then, but they are so loud, and it was so amazing. And I'm telling you, it is the most exciting thing that you can imagine. And it's cool that it was on Belle Isle and we didn't lose the event, but having it in the core downtown, in the world capital of the automobile. I mean, that there's nothing better than that. And I was so glad that you were celebrating that with your motorcycle ride and put that up on Facebook.
We're going to take the bike down there today. I think it'll be fun I think it'll be easier to park it, number one. But we were in Monte Carlo, out in France, and it reminded us of the track out there and how things were set up. So very reminiscent. They did it up extremely well. The roads are clear. You've got security all over the place. You've got the big crossovers, so there's not a big walking distance because you can't drive across the track, obviously. So you got these large overpasses for pedestrian traffic. They just did a beautiful job. It's going to be easy flow in and out, handicapped, accessible. I'll take a ton of video and pictures. I'll send them your way, Dave, so you can share with your audience. We're super excited, but I better bring earplugs, I guess, if it's going to be.
Yeah, no, it's going to.
I can handle it. But
It's going to be loud. Hey, real quick, I know you're on a schedule. You got another business meeting, but thanks for taking time. Two quick questions. A, the chiller unit that you guys put at the West Bloomfield Township Library, your day job here for a minute, to keep it cool, is that still in operation? And are we still on
It
that
is.
backup system? And do you have
It
any
is.
idea when the equipment's going to be available to get them back online with the typical equipment for their air conditioning?
Yep. Yep. So there was, damage to the original water cooled chiller that's in the basement, and so we did a backup. Worked closely with a mechanical contractor, working closely with the library. So we partnered with them, brought the rental, and supply chain issues. Getting new skidded brand new systems. It takes time. They couldn't get it right away, and I think this year they will have their new system in place. So we'll be out there probably for most of this year, but we'll be out of there. I'm pretty confident
All right.
by the end of summer.
Well, every time I just want to let somebody know, all the people watching know that every time you go to the library and it's nice and cool, you can thank this guy who's on TV with us right now, Byron Cancelmo, who made that happen. Finally, and listen, I love putting you on the spot. I didn't warn you about these questions. Finally, you and Michelle held a concert not too long ago. I was privileged to be there with you, and you guys said that was your final concert. Now I know all you musicians. The Rolling Stones, the Who, and everybody. There's a bunch of them this summer. They always say, "Well, it's our final concert. It's our final tour." Are you guys ever going to perform on stage again for us in West Bloomfield?
If we do, it'll be invited to sing a song or two, but not bringing the whole machine back together, because that's a whole nother. When you're dealing with a 13-piece band, it's a whole different business, and it takes a certain amount of focus. And being in the industry that I'm in, it's hard to focus on the two 100%. So I had to choose which one I'm going to focus 100% on, and I need to do the one that provides income to the family and be responsible.
I get it.
But Michelle and I are both. Michelle and I are both 55. We're celebrating our 30-year anniversary this year, and we want to do.
Congratulations.
Our daughters graduated. Thank you. Graduated Michigan State, and they're both going to be out in Chicago. So we want to visit them. We want to spend time with our friends and family on the weekends. Use the motorcycle. That thing had been mothballed for years because we were just playing out all the time, and then we can spend more time with you. And,
well, I love it. I got to scoot. I appreciate your time, but thank you for joining us. Great West Bloomfield family. Two daughters went through West Bloomfield High School, went through Michigan State. A great local musician, good friend, and keeping us cool at the library. And on top of that, Byron, thank you for your wonderful report from downtown Detroit and the Grand Prix.
Thank you, Dan.
I appreciate it. Byron Cancelmo, thank you very much for joining us this morning on the Splash Live. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Suzanne Levine from the Greater West Bloomfield.
Thanks,
Thank you, Byron. Suzanne Levine from the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce checks in just a moment when we return.